Hey there everybody, it's Kevin Van Ord here. Earlier this week we brought you information on the newest Guild Wars 2 update, Shadow of the Mad King. Now, let's take a look at more content designed to let you enjoy your Halloween in Guild Wars 2.
Another thing that opens up in Phase 2 is the Lunatic Inquisition. This is more in the veins of almost like a structured PvP minigame. You load in and you have a certain set of skills. You're put on one of two teams. You either put on the villagers team or you're put on the lunatics team. The villagers are trying to survive through the night. You get points as time goes on for just surviving. You can see that you have a very limited set of skills initially. You can hide in the shadows. And you'll find objects throughout here that you can pick up that give you different skills. There's NPCs in different areas here that are trying to help you survive through the night. So you can take, for example, you can take torches over to this NPC and turn them in for events that are running. And then she'll provide boons to the villagers that are trying to survive. She'll either create a feast that everybody can partake in to restore their health because you don't get regen health as a villager, or she might spawn NPCs that help you. If you're on the lunatic side, you are trying to hunt down all of the villagers. You get a set of skills that allow you to do damage to them, and you also get access to these little Mad King portals over here. When you come over and stand on these, you can teleport to different areas. You can also get information about where the villagers are in the map. You can also put items down that act as traps that look like the items that the villagers are trying to collect during the night. And when players pick those up, it either pings the map and tells you kind of their location, or it might hold them in place for a little bit and give you a chance to track them down and try and eliminate them. So this is 5 or 10 minute matches, and you just have every villager that dies becomes a member of the Lunatics Court. So you get kind of a survival of the fittest, last man standing with survival horror elements too. So there's one other thing that happens in here, and that's Mad King Says, which in Guild Wars 1 was a big part of Halloween. In this, if you are on the lunatic side, you'll get a set of skills over here on the right that are different emotes, and at certain points in the game, the Mad King says to do different things, and you have to respond by performing the correct emote, otherwise you'll get a penalty, or you'll get a boon if you do it correctly. So it's a pretty in-depth mini-game. It's got a whole custom map, and it'll be available at some point during the Halloween Festival, Phase 2. So for people that have played World v. World in the Eternal Battlegrounds, there is a jumping puzzle that has a room in it called the Dark Room that's entirely dark. And players have to use torches and other objects to travel through the room as they're evading fire from other players and also traps that are in the room. This is an area in Dredgehaunt Cliffs where the environment artists that built that content worked together with Living World to build a brand new mini dungeon that kind of builds on that concept of playing around with lightness and darkness. You can go down to this dwarven ruins that's we'll be heading to shortly, and you find a sealed door, and this is an area that looked really cool in the game before, and we thought, you know, what can we add to this? How can we tell the story about these dwarven ruins? Just so that we can see a little bit of it, I'm gonna speed this up. So you escort this guy down to the ruins once you figure out how you can get inside, which is a little bit of a tiny lore puzzle. And once we get down inside, we'll see that there's an entire series of rooms and events that are built around exploring into this ancient temple.
So for people who've been playing, they might recognize the fact that during the monthly achievement we took out the Explorer portion of, or not Explorer, Survivor, where you needed to get a certain amount of experience without dying, and it was replaced with a question mark achievement. With Monday's build, it will be, the new achievement is actually candy corn consumed, which you'll be able to find these candy corns that are spread throughout the world as these mineral resource nodes that people can get. You'll also be able to get them out of trick-or-treat bags and other things as well.
So this takes us into a new dungeon where you can see there's all kinds of creatures that are hiding out in the darkness. There's also traps in here that you can come across. If you go out into the darkness, those creatures will start swarming around you, but they are afraid of light sources, so you can take these torches and you can kind of throw them to light your way, and when you get close to the creatures, they'll sink back underground. So you have to escort this NPC through this dungeon and solve a bunch of different riddles and puzzles while staying alive. And your torch will go out eventually, so you'll have to come back here and grab another one. Or you can do this with multiple players and it's even more fun. I'll just show you real quick the second room in here. So this is a room that focuses a little bit more on the platforming elements. You've still got a torch and you're exploring this darkness, but you also have to keep creatures away and figure out where you can jump to. And you have to explore through and do these events with the NPC as you protect him throughout. And then the final phase of this has a boss fight that also deals with these light and darkness mechanics. There's torches all throughout the room, and he moves around and puts them out, and then creatures will all kind of swarm around you. So you fight with other players, alongside other players, to try and defeat this boss in the final room. But that's another one of the little mini dungeons that's been added to an existing area of the world, and it's got all new art and kind of exciting new mechanics to play around with.